In the vast multiverse of Marvel, few matchups generate as much debate, intrigue, and cosmic potential as the battle between classic Doctor Strange and Rune King Thor. These aren't just any versions of the beloved heroes, these are their most powerful incarnations. Doctor Strange, in his classic prime, was not just Earth's Sorcerer Supreme but a nearly omnipotent wielder of arcane and eldritch magic. His mastery of the mystic arts was unparalleled, channeling power from extra-dimensional beings, casting incantations that could reshape reality, and even engaging cosmic entities on equal terms. On the other hand, Rune King Thor represents a version of the Norse god of thunder who has transcended mortality, godhood, and even destiny itself. After sacrificing both of his eyes and hanging himself from the Yggdrasil tree, mimicking the mythic trials of Odin, Thor unlocked ancient runes and powers that elevated him beyond traditional Asgardian limits. No longer bound by the same constraints as his previous incarnations, Rune King Thor became a cosmic force, capable of rewriting fate and manipulating reality through divine power and rune magic. This isn't just a clash of fists and lightning bolts. It's a philosophical collision of mysticism and divine will, arcane mastery against cosmic ascendance. But in a hypothetical duel between these two titanic beings, who truly holds the edge? Doctor Strange, the Supreme Sorcerer's Arsenal. Classic Doctor Strange at his peak is a walking repository of magical power and esoteric knowledge. Armed with legendary relics like the Eye of Agamotto, Cloak of Levitation, and the Book of Vishanti, Strange isn't simply a magician, he is a guardian of cosmic balance. He has outwitted Dormammu, banished Shumagorath, and stood toe-to-toe with living tribunal-level threats. Strange's magic covers a vast range of abilities: astral projection, dimensional travel, time manipulation, soul separation, reality warping, and summoning near-omnipotent entities like the Vishanti or Eternity. With mere incantations, Strange can neutralize magical and physical threats, freeze time, or reverse cosmic destruction. What makes classic Strange particularly dangerous is his strategic mind. He rarely engages in brute force combat but instead overwhelms opponents through clever use of spells and artifacts. One notable feature is his use of prep time. When forewarned, Strange is almost unbeatable. He has cast spells that create absolute magical immunity, looped enemies in time paradoxes, and even locked cosmic-level beings outside of reality. With access to multiple planes of existence and the wisdom of the multiverse, Strange's defense and offense operate far beyond the mortal realm. However, the question arises, can all of this power stop a god who has broken the boundaries of destiny itself? Rune King Thor, the god beyond gods. Rune King Thor isn't just a powered-up version of the god of thunder. He is a conceptual evolution. After unlocking the runes and embracing the true knowledge of the cosmos, Thor not only gained wisdom and power but also disconnected himself from the wheel of fate, effectively becoming beyond predestination. In this state, Thor destroyed the loom of fates, a metaphysical construct that governs the destiny of all beings, gods included. This version of Thor holds no reliance on Mjolnir or Asgardian technology. His powers come from an internal cosmic transformation. He can see through illusions, predict outcomes, manipulate fundamental forces of the universe, and erase beings from existence. In the comics, Rune King Thor effortlessly defeated powerful threats like Mangog and destabilized realities. His durability, strength, and resistance to magic are off the charts. Unlike his earlier counterparts, RKT is more methodical and spiritually enlightened. His raw power could likely challenge cosmic entities, and while he may lack the versatility of Strange's magic, his attacks are straightforward, devastating, and delivered with divine intent. Magic attacks would need to bypass the infinite knowledge of the runes, a protection even gods tremble before. A key factor in Rune King Thor's favor is his immunity to fate, which includes predictions and time loops, two of Strange's favorite tactics. With the runes granting insight into all magical structures, Thor could possibly unravel or counter Doctor Strange's arcane weavings. The battle unfolds, magic versus divinity. Imagine the setting, a neutral plane of existence, where the physical laws bend at the will of the combatants. Doctor Strange floats within a protective mandala, his spells crackling around him, while Rune King Thor descends with thunderclaps that echo across realms. The battle isn't just physical, it's metaphysical, existential. Strange opens with layered spells, illusions, and reality alterations. He tries to distort time, cast Thor into dimensional mazes, and use the crimson bands of Sidorak to bind the Norse god. But Thor, imbued with the knowledge of the runes, sees through the deception. The runes illuminate the truth of all things, giving him clarity amid strange magical chaos. Thor counters with divine force, sending blasts that ripple through space-time. Each swing of his hand is a cosmic disruption. He invokes the runes to sever Strange's connection to his magical sources. Strange reels, countering with a summon to the Vishanti, drawing upon divine magic to stabilize his power. The battlefield becomes a kaleidoscope of clashing energies, celestial lightning versus dimensional ruptures, divine prophecy against arcane unpredictability. Strange attempts to trap Thor in a temporal loop, a tactic he used effectively against Dormammu. But Rune King Thor, being outside of destiny and time, resists the trap. His existence is no longer tethered to linear causality. He retaliates by invoking the world runes, disrupting the weave of strange enchantments and silencing his incantations temporarily. Both titans are exhausted, but only for a moment. Doctor Strange pulls from his deepest reserves, channeling chaos magic with surgical precision. Thor, in response, unleashes the Rune Tempest, a metaphysical storm that unravels magical constructs. The climax is inevitable, a final clash of wills, where the concepts of knowledge, magic, strength, and destiny converge. Final verdict: who stands victorious? In a battle this monumental, victory hinges not just on raw power but on how each character's nature interacts with the other. Classic Doctor Strange has a wider range of tools and unpredictability. He has defeated or outwitted beings that dwarf Rune King Thor in raw scale. With preparation and access to mystical artifacts, Strange can potentially outmaneuver any opponent. But Rune King Thor is different. He isn't just strong, he's beyond the very systems Doctor Strange relies upon. His resistance to manipulation, immunity to time-based attacks, and divine insight into all magic make him nearly impossible to deceive or bind. Strange spells would have to work outside of fate itself, and few ever have. If this battle happens without preparation, Rune King Thor has the upper hand. His durability, perception, and brute strength allow him to dominate most direct encounters. However, if Strange has time to prepare, and access to the full arsenal of the multiverse, the battle becomes far more evenly matched. Ultimately, the win goes narrowly to Rune King Thor, but only by virtue of his transcendence of time, fate, and magical resistance. Doctor Strange could challenge gods, bend dimensions, and rewrite the rules, but Rune King Thor became the rule maker. The battle may end, but the debate? Eternal. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.